encased in nothing but tight blue and red polyester. Bright, royal blue tights. Why had I agreed to this costume? I clutched the vacuum-sealed package, glaring at the image of the deceptively happy guy on the cover. There was only one person in the world who could get me to play superhero, and she was currently standing in front of me, with her hands on her hips, lower lip set in a determined pout. "Superman always wore blue tights, Pop. You have to put 'em on." Lou adjusted the plastic gold crown on her head, her matching Wonder Woman wrist cuffs sliding down her arms. "What about letting me be Clark Kent? I could wear a suit and fake black glasses." I practically begged my pint-sized daughter, who had all the determination of an orca pod flipping a fishing boat. Lou tapped her foot. She shook her head. She was a month past her 11th birthday and already as stubborn as I was. I could only imagine how much trouble I'd be in once she was a teenager. High school, driving, first love, and broken hearts. My pulse rocketed up, and I quickly shook away all the worries of what was yet to come for my only child. It was times like these my heart ached for Gina. With each passing day, I saw more of my late wife in Lou. The way she tipped her head to the side when she was curious, how her black hair looked almost blue in the early morning light, the fire in her eyes when she saw any kind of animal, dog, cat, hamster, it didn't matter. If it had fur, Lou loved it, and usually wanted to bring it home. Our house was already a menagerie of creatures. Our old Irish setter, Fergus, whose eyesight was so bad he constantly bumped into walls. A rescued African gray parrot named Mr. Peepers, who constantly demanded raisins and sang out the F word, an unnerving habit I didn't know about until we got him home. Then there was Lou's beloved ferret Reggie, who currently stunk up the entire house. I'd tried to keep our 3-bedroom craftsman neat and tidy, but with a small child, animals, and a busy work schedule, that was nearly impossible. I moved around the kitchen collecting day-old coffee cups and food-encrusted plates, loading them into a dishwasher that had seen better days. "Did you clean Reggie's cage like I asked?" "Pop," Lou huffed again. "The fall festival began an hour ago, and you promised we'd be superheroes together." I must have been out of my mind when I'd agreed to this costume. Flustered was more like it. My renovation business with my partner Torin was booming. Our TV show, Meet Me in Ivy Falls, was doing well in the ratings after being on the air for nearly 6 months. According to our producer Lauren, the show was continuing to get good buzz, whatever that meant. We'd begin shooting a second season in a few weeks, and were waiting to hear if the Hearth and Home Network would sign us for a third. All of that amounted to a lot of distraction, which explained why I'd absent-mindedly agreed to this Halloween pairing. Lou loved the festival held in the town square every year, and the trick-or-treating that followed in our friend and my partner's sister Tessa's neighborhood. We never walked our own block, because Lou swore they handed out the best candy, Sour Patch Kids and Twizzlers, near Tessa's house. Tessa. I groaned, glancing at the package again. What would she think when she saw me in the ridiculous outfit? If I had to guess, she'd press a hand against her beautiful mouth and do her best to stifle a laugh, too worried she might hurt my feelings. In years past, I'd agreed to be the Scarecrow to Lou's Dorothy, Luke Skywalker to her Rey. Those were all fine costumes to be seen in. But the tights, were pushing me to the limit. I wanted Tessa to think of me as a warrior, a fighter. Although Superman was one of my favorite DC heroes, the thought of her seeing me, and my nuts, encased in nothing but tight blue and red polyester was messing with my already anxious brain. "Come on, you promised." When Lou pushed out her lower lip, she was hard to resist. Lately I'd been so busy with work that guilt wore me down. As much as I grumbled about the costume, I owed her this. After we restored the house on Huckleberry Lane, I thought I'd have some time to breathe, but offers to fix other rundown historical homes in Ivy Falls and nearby towns came flooding in.